going to do the story of Jephthah. Jephthah can be found in the Old Testament, Judges chapter 11. During the time of the Judges, there was a brave man called Jephthah. Jephthah was the son of a prostitute. When his brothers grew up, because they were from a different mother, one day they chased Jephthah out of their home because they said that Jephthah should not inherit anything from their father since he had a different mother. Jephthah ran away from his home. He met some men and they went off together. At that time, the Ammonites were fighting with the Israelites in war. The Israelites were about to be defeated when the elders of Gilead, that's where Jephthah was from, the elders of Gilead, they thought about Jephthah because he was a mighty man of war. Jephthah said, "Didn't you hate me and chase me out of my father's house? Why do you come to seek me now for help?" The elders of Gilead replied, "We have come to you that you would go along with us to fight the enemy, the Ammonites." Jephthah said, "If I go back with you, would I be the leader?" They replied, "You will be the army commander of our army." So Jephthah sent messengers to the king of Ammon. In the message, Jephthah said, "Why do you wage war against Israel?" The king of Ammon answered, "Waging war against Israel because they have taken away our land since they came out of Egypt." Jephthah said, "We did not steal those territories from you. We conquered the land, and so they belong to our territories now." The king did not listen to what he had to say. Then the Spirit of the Lord filled Jephthah, and he gathered a huge army from Gilead and Manasseh. Jephthah made an oath to God. God did not ask him for an oath, but he took it upon himself to make an oath. "If you help me to defeat the Ammonites, whoever that would come out of my house first, I'll offer him as a burnt offering to you." Jephthah took his men, and they fought against the Ammonites, and the Lord delivered them into the hands of Jephthah. When Jephthah came back to his house, his daughter, his only daughter, was the first person to come out of his house to greet him. She greeted him with dancing because she was so happy that he had come home. Jephthah remembered his oath that he made to the Lord, and he cried out, "Oh, my daughter, I made a vow to the Lord that I will offer up the first person who came out of the house as a burnt offering to the Lord." When Jephthah's daughter said, "Let me wander into the desert with my friends. After 2 months, because I will never be married, I just need to go away for a while." Jephthah sent his daughter away, and Jephthah's daughter wandered in the desert for 2 months, wailing her virginity on the mountain because she would never be married. Thus the Israelites had set a custom that the women will go out to lament for the daughter of Jephthah 4 days a year. We're going to pause right now because this term that's used for a sacrifice has 2 meanings. The normal Hebrew word for burnt offering could also mean sacrifice. So there's a debate that's going on about Jephthah's daughter. Some people say that Jephthah, because of his oath, went ahead and used her as a sacrifice, as a burnt offering, which ended her life. Others say that he didn't do that, that part of the sacrifice could have just been that she spent the rest of her life at the temple, because that was done during those days, that you could sacrifice yourself for the rest of your life. And so what I want you to do at this time, we're going to stop the tape for a few minutes, and I want you to decide for yourself, based on the story, what do you think happened? Do you think that her father sacrificed her as a burnt offering to the Lord for winning the battle? Or do you think that she was placed in the temple for the rest of her life? So we're going to give you 10 minutes to write down your answer. And don't forget to say why you feel the way that you do. So we're going to stop the tape right now.